What is up, guys? Welcome to the Wholesaling State of the Union for 2022. This is Zach Ginn,
Rick Ginn,
both presidents of, I guess, the free wholesaling movement. I don't know what else I could say on there, but
you're not my Nancy Pelosi.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not. Okay, I'm no Speaker of the House. We're both here to help.
Sorry,
you're holding that one in, weren't you? You really were. Okay, so we're here to talk about wholesaling real estate, the state of it. I've seen other people do State of the Unions for wholesaling, but usually it's never about that. It's usually to sell something. So we want to give
something.
Yeah. So we honestly want to give our honest take of what wholesaling real estate is in 2022, the future, the market, everything about it. And we really want to give our opinions on it. So I think it's going to be a really good one. Obviously, this is a live. So just comment anything you want. We'll go answer it and help the people out. So do us a favor, though, before we get into it, smash that like button and subscribe. And let's talk about it. Let's get into it. But, we'll get the music after because I think this is pretty important. We talk about
after.
You want to get it now.
Dude, our videos should be standard format for all State of the Unions. And everybody should be up and screaming and pumping their fist.
All right, let's get it going then.
Can we do like the stand-up clapping thing when we do it?
Oh, gosh.
So they can clap for you, clap for
guys,
me.
Smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Oh yeah, I love it. What is up, guys?
I got caught.
We got the music, we got everything going. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's kind of talk about wholesaling real estate, the future of it, what's going on with it, and exactly what we can be talking about. So I think first and foremost, what we have to get started here.
The union is strong.
Oh my gosh, I guess
wholesaling union is actually, guys. I'm here to tell you. We're going to go into detail on everything. To me, wholesaling is very, very good right now. Like I can't tell you. I've been doing this 20 years. I equate wholesaling like to fishing. So a lot of people go back. Oh, I remember back in the 80s, I used to catch whatever I want. I can tell you, when I started wholesaling, it was harder but easier. But now the information's easier, but there's more people chasing it down. So it's up to you guys to sharpen your skills and figure it out. If you think it's saturated today, it's only going to get busier down the road. So the more you learn and understanding, we're all fishing with the same lures, the same bait. You just got to figure the correct way to do it. So wholesaling is a great opportunity. There are a few obstacles coming up, but I'm just telling you, people who tell you wholesaling's dead, hey, we're going to be regulated to death. You got to look where it's coming from. I'm telling you right now, wholesaling is strong. It provides a phenomenal wealth stream for a lot of people that take advantage of it. This isn't for everybody, but I assume if you're on this stream, you're one of the people. I'm super excited about wholesaling.
Oh yeah.
And you can't sit there and focus on like the 5% of negativity of like all the bad things with it, because for every bad thing, I can show you 10 good things about wholesaling. So I just want you guys to understand, we are going to go into them, but for the most part, things are really good, guys. You just got to learn to be consistent and extremely persistent. And wholesaling, it's changed my life. It's changed my son's life. And we're here to share that information with you. We do things completely different. I don't care that people don't agree with what we do. I don't need anybody else's approval. The only approval I need is yours. And you have two ways you vote. You vote with your pocketbook. I don't take any money out of it, so it's no big deal. And then you vote with your time. And that's what I'm looking for. In return, teach you how to learn how to do wholesaling. Guys, just go to freeholdslingcom and voila. I mean, the amount of testimonials, by the way, we never ask for testimonials. You guys do it all organically. Those are the ones that you want to read, not the hand chosen ones. So wholesaling strong, guys. I'm going to say it over and over. There's never a better opportunity than to get started now. You guys probably watching the stream, understanding the traditional routes that your parents taught you or that your spouse or your friends or your family taught you, it hasn't worked. It didn't work for me. And odds are watching this channel is not working for you. So if you want to know more about the information, if you're brand new to wholesaling, don't focus on any of the little issues we're dealing with, because I'm telling you, every one bad thing, I could give you 10 positive things. And we're going to limit some of the stuff because I don't want you guys to think it's like raining. I'm seeing so many videos and stuff just focusing on like laws and regulations. Guys, it's easy to focus on the negativity, but for the most part, you talk to anyone who's a really good wholesaler, they're going to tell you, man, things are really, really, really good right now.
Well, what I want to say about that is right now in wholesaling real estate, there's a couple things, especially with like the current state of things right now for wholesaling. So I would say number one, every person that talks about the quote unquote current state of wholesaling real estate, it's a lot of fear putting in there. You know, fear sells. I'll be completely honest. If I did a fear video of wholesaling, it'll get a ton of views. More people subscribe. Like, I just don't play that. I hate that. You know, I can get in the negativity of, all these regulations. We're going to talk about these regulations. I talk about the truth of wholesaling regulations that nobody can't sell you a transactional funding thing for, a course on, a alternative unit. Like, I'm telling you right now, at the end of the day, in my honest opinion, there hasn't been a legitimate wholesaling law passed since 2018 and put in effect for 2019. So it's been almost a solid 3 years since any official legislation has stopped wholesaling real estate for people without a license. Oh, what about Oklahoma, Nebraska? Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you drop me in Oklahoma or Nebraska right now, I can still legally build a cash buyers list and assign the deal. I'm not licensed. I can do that. Illinois, no. I can do one deal. Oklahoma, Nebraska, I'm Gucci. I'm telling you, like, that's the thing. Like, you're trying to like do fear on it. If you're telling me I can't drop in a state and wholesale 50 deals that year, all I literally have to, I can't post it on Facebook. I will get into it. I could literally just build a cash buyers list, call my cash buyer, hey, do you want to buy my equitable interest in this deal, or can I wholesale this to you? Yes. Title company's fine with it. You're good to go. Like, that's the thing. So legitimately, there hasn't been any state. There's only been one state truly where I can't drop in a market in wholesale. That's Illinois. I can do one deal. Illinois is weird. And that was 3 years ago, and that'll be challenged. But here's the thing. Do you really think we should go through all this crazy stress, pay tens of millions of dollars, try to mitigate a problem where only one state has really done one law on? Isn't it ridiculous?
Well, what's the cure to it if you're in Illinois?
In Illinois, you can.
Now, what's the cure for it if you want to do, say, 5 flips? Like,
how do you cure it? Well, there's other rules around. I'm not going to get into it. Lawyers, if you talk to plenty of lawyers, which we have in Illinois, you don't even have to be licensed to wholesale. There's loopholes around it. We're not getting into it.
The technical fix.
Yeah, you can get licensed.
That's it.
But that's one state. That's one state.
That's one video.
And nothing has been done for 3 years.
Yeah. So just to give you a little bit of an education point, when I started back in 2002-3, I was strongly recommended to get my license from day one. And I'm like, why? And I constantly question people's data. They go, it's coming, it's coming. Guys, dude, I'm here 20 years later. Listen, there are some laws coming down, but it is the minority, not the majority. And
but these laws are going to be like Oklahoma and Nebraska, where you can still wholesale.
Correct. And if you guys look more into them, but there's a reason me and Zach don't sit here and run endless videos on regulation and you got to do this, you got to do that, because I'm one of the guys who benefited from little to no regulation at all. Now, I got to be honest with you. I had this thing called ethics and morals. I just did stuff right from the get-go. I didn't lie to people.
Yeah.
I said, hey, this is what I'm doing. When I sold my contract, sell my contract. Then when they go, hey, I need pictures, and show, I have to constantly remind them. In our freeholdslingcom course, the only free wholesaling course available, period, we teach the right way. So if you do it the right way, 9 times out of 10, you're protecting yourself against these laws that are targeting people. Listen, are we on regulation? Part of the problem with the regulation is there's been so much training in wholesaling that there's been no regulation on the marketing of the sales points. No risk, sit on the beach, flip it. You guys know what I'm talking about. And this has attracted people that probably shouldn't even be in this business. So if anything, if we're going to hold somebody accountable, the first thing I would go after is talk to the people in the coaching community to get them on the same page.
We got some good announcements.
To just stop like this. Listen, we're all guilty of it to a point. I'm not saying like perfect, but like I'm watching today. I saw a feed on my phone. It was for motivated coaches. You ever heard anything like that? A motivated coach. Now, I don't even know what industry is. I don't even want to open it. It's like, and they said, I don't care how many sales you are. I can 10X your coaching sales. Let me teach you the way. Now, it said it didn't matter what your experience level was. This is one of the problems we're having with the internet. People with little to no experience, and then if they don't have ethics and morals and they start teaching it, this is how we get scrutiny. And we've finally, some people are starting to like crack down and starting to figure out, because people are complaining because not only they're taking their money, but they're under delivering, and they're not. I don't understand, like when a guru, like if someone's such a pain in the butt, I just give them their money back. I don't want to deal with people like that. I don't take any money.
Here's the cool part. We'll announce this a little later.
Yeah.
There's actually a good amount of ongoing investigations on these gurus. I would love to announce.
I'm talking about unscrupulous.
I know,
gurus.
but I'm talking about
people that just take money and they don't deliver. And because how are they getting in the industry? They see ads that says motivated coaches wanted. There's a coach of the coaches. Everybody's coaching it. Listen, even Tony Robbins, what's his name's in the business?
Dean Graziosi.
And I love Dean Graziosi, but like they're telling everybody, just throw your stuff online and teach it. It doesn't matter.
Not them specifically, but
it's a huge trend, and education's shifting to more realistic. But the problem is you have to sort through kind of like all the crap. We've attracted this attention in wholesaling. And in my opinion, the gurus are some of the biggest responsible because of some of the marketing claims we've made. And if you look at a typical guru's marketing claim, you could shoot 1 million. Like it's crazy. Like no risk. There's no such thing as no risk in investing. There's always risk.
I agree. But what I'm saying is even the regular gurus are being investigated from the state. And I'm going to talk about that a little later. I know the reason why I brought that up is, first of all, I wasn't going to announce that till a little later, but I know a lot of these coaches are watching. So hi, gurus. Hi, coaches. Just saying hi to you and say hi to them real quick.
No, listen,
say hi.
I'm friends with most of them. I listen.
You are.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the analogy I look at it. So I deal with a lot of lawyers. I've spent a lot of time with legal stuff. You do any business long enough, you know what I'm talking about. But like when we see each other on the street, or like
I've never seen a guru on the street.
Well, not on the street, but I've seen them at events. But before this thing,
oh my gosh,
you're like the best friends. Hey, what's up, Rick? What are you doing? But like when two lawyers go to court, they'll kill each other. And I kind of like, it's not physically, but it's like I will stand for what I stand for. I am, for the record, I'm never looking for a guru's endorsement. Actually, if I get one, I'm probably in trouble, right?
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm telling you is you're not friends with most of them. There's like 4 or 5 that you know that they're old school. What I'm telling you is the reason I did that is because I wanted to scare the gurus watching, because I know a lot of them are under federal investigations right now. And the thing is that they're not going to tell you about it. Somebody gets some information. Sometimes he likes to reveal it to the people. And I like to leak the info out. So we'll talk about that a little later. I just wanted to scare a good amount of gurus watching that are under federal investigation, because they're going to say, hey, Zach, are you going to mention my name? What's going on? We'll talk about it. We'll get into the little future. It's going to get pretty funny.
I think karma works it out. Like, honestly, if you're not doing the right thing and you're collecting a big payment and you're not delivering, you got what's coming to you anyways. But so back to the state of the union wholesaling, that's part of the problem is coaching's gotten so attractive. Like, think about it. if you could have 500 or 1,000 students, I don't care if they're just paying $1,000 or 10 grand, like you guys can do the numbers in your head. It's like it's when I hired a coach, like, dude, it was one-on-one. We sat here, we worked on papers, we flipped deals.
It's like 2004 though.
It was amazing. And now like we're all little pixels on a screen. And then it's just being rotated and rotated. And you have the same guy or gal telling you, I don't trade my time for money. And they're probably giving up 30, 40 hours a week training you. And like, it's like, you kind of got to listen. Like you said, you don't do this, but you're doing that. But listen, if you're going to coach someone, make sure you deliver. Actually, you over deliver and you under promise and over deliver. But what we have is we're over promising and a lot of the people are under delivering, and those people got what's coming to them. Me and Zach don't need to sit there and police the business. I don't have time for it. It's exhausting. I don't want to do it, but we're talking about in the wholesaling industry, and that's the challenge. I don't know why our industry attracts them all in, but I've already told you.
Well, I can explain it. It's pretty easy.
Well, it's because now we have coaches for the coaches to train you how to coach. No matter what your experience is, as long as you have a credit card, I'm going to show you how to maximize. And then you start pushing a sales funnel when the reality is if you don't have the skill set and you haven't put the time in the business, a mentor can't train you how to do that. You have to go out in the field and do it. And that's the one thing that just frustrates me. So listen, guys, if you decide to go that route, make sure they have deep, deep, deep experience. The truth is most coaches today started 2013 to now, nothing but a straight rocket ship ride. There has not been one boat rocked. And most of them started out wholesaling and they've switched over to coaching. You know why? Because that's how they're going to make their money. And it's a free America. God bless them. But that's not how. I just don't understand that part of it. I actually like wholesaling. I enjoy it. It's fun. I guess you can do both, but you only have so much time in the day to do that. So anything else on where are we at on this? Did we even start? Yeah, we did.
We kind of did. Yeah. So
Okay.
At the end of the day, if you want to look at the current state of wholesaling, it's pretty simple. You just sum it up. It's basic economics. I like to put wholesaling real estate. I like to put that as an analogy to real estate. And it might seem pretty obvious, but this way I look at it. If you look at every single side hustle, let's look at this quote. Let's see real estate. Attribute real estate to making $1 million a year without any money at all or very low money. No like crazy barriers of entry, no discrimination. You know, you can do it at any age. What do you got? You got like drop shipping. You got Forex trading, day trading. Like you got all these like different like side hustles to make $1 million a year. Or let's say $100,000 a year, really easy, right? You got all these little side hustles, you know, garage sale flipping, like eBay. Like you look at all this and that's real estate, right? Like that's the real estate, you know, it's like San Francisco in like the 1920s for real estate, you know? So you look at it like that, you figure out pretty quick, people like you, people in like 2002, 2003, like a lot before the internet was bigger, you guys figured out pretty quick that, hey, you know, like San Francisco seems like it's going to be a hot market. You know, you got a lot of computer companies starting here. I think computers going to be the future. The Silicon Valley thing might be worth some money. I'm going to go invest in there. So a lot of the people in the beginning are like, wow, like they've done all of the side hustles and they do wholesaling real estate. And they're like, oh my God, this is the easiest one, right? Here's the problem. There's like, you know, 1,000 people in the country doing it and they all figure it out. They all tell their friends. Now you got 10,000. 40,000, 50,000. And then you hit the point where now we're like 2015 happens, 2016, 2017. I remember 2017 was so much easier than it is now. The problem is once the sickness happened, all I could say, or the panoramic, there's a bigger demand for side hustles because people, they were stuck at home, you know, wholesaling was right for that, right? The issue is, that real estate got more valuable, wholesaling real estate. More people got into it. More people are getting into it. Eventually, you got the people flashing checks, try to draw more people in. I still think TikTok's probably one of the biggest reasons for this is you have 17-year-old kids. They're not even fake. You got 17-year-old kids out here making $500K a year. I'm telling you right now, you got 17-year-old kids making $500K a year the first year in wholesaling real estate. What? Do you remember being 17 years old? I remember being
I
17.
wasn't making 500K.
No, but like if you're making 500K, you're at 17 in your mindset. I was a complete idiot at 17. I think we all were pretty immature at 17. What are you going to do? Most of us are going to get that money, buy some Rolexes, right? Get all the fancy stuff and try to brag to everybody to try to impress everyone. Thus, the problem is that brings so much more people into wholesaling. And so you're wondering, everyone's, why is wholesaling saturated? It is still today the best. In my opinion, it's kind of like buying a stock. Let's say the stock's worth 100 today. Let's say I tell you wholesaling real estate stock's going to be worth $10,000 in the next 2 years. And you know the stock price right now is $3,000. You're like, oh my God, I'd love to buy that. But you're like, oh no, I wish I could have bought it at 40 cents like when you did, right? Yeah. So like, that's the way you got to look at it. It's like, it's still undervalued right now. Now, I think if wholesaling market like quadruples, then we get like, okay, now it's getting a little too saturated for like a lot of people. But like, still right now, it is the perfect side hustle. I love it so much because you could, the cream rises to the top. Yeah. And when I have 100 new people starting this business, 2 of them are going to rise to the top because they're going to do they're going to do the work that no one else is willing to do. And that's why like I love teaching, you know, that's why I'm telling you.
A famous guru used a quote, said their industry has a 90% failure ratio. They said 10% success. So you can reverse the math out of it. The reality is there's more eyes on wholesaling than ever before, but I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, I'm talking about Americans, they want it quick and they want it fast, and it doesn't work in wholesaling. So if you're truly committed to wholesaling and you're learning through me and Zach or whoever you're learning from, is if you learn consistency and persistency, you'll do fine. Now, but the thing is, in 3 months, you get a whole nother wave of new people that come in, and then you find the cream of the crop. The key is to stay in it and keep doing it because it's never going to go away.
The cream will always rise to the top. You got basketball, football. It's like
the same thing, guys. So you like people who complain about saturation is it can actually be a good thing if you look at it the right. Because if people keep quitting and not sticking it through, and say there's a 3 to 5% success ratio, those are the people that are truly committed, going to take the time. By the way, the 90% plus people that are quitting, they want it super, super easy. They quit easily. So it's not a great representation of the wholesaling community. Would you agree?
It's not. The way I look at it is, if you get into a side hustle and you put your all into it, you got to look at what's the percent. So if I put all my money and all my like effort into dropshipping, I could probably make 500K a year. I think I probably could. 4X. Like if I actually put in the time that I did for wholesaling,
yeah.
Like we're just kind of wired. Like if you put the time in, you're going to do really well in it. That's why I love it versus sports. Is like, if I tried my hardest in basketball, I'm still probably going to not be too good. But the thing is, in wholesaling real estate, the cream's going to rise to the top. 95% of the new people getting in this business that are following all the gurus and stuff, the way they look at it, they want the quick, 50, 60, 70,
fast.
80K, like the quick, fast cash.
Couple hours training, give me a contract, give me 10 grand. And you guys know, it doesn't work that way. And I'm here to tell you that 90% failure ratio is due to how we're attracting people in the wholesaling business. And I would say 50% of the people are the wrong people trying it. I will tell you, wholesaling is not for everybody. You have to be a special person, in my opinion, to do wholesaling, because you're going against the grain of how real estate actually operates in the traditional value.
Getting into wholesaling, it's a weird analogy, but this is the truest thing you can think of. It's like getting into a relationship, a networking relationship with a spouse or something. If you go into it being like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun, like I'm not serious about this, the chance of your success in 2 years, because you're not caring about it, right? If you go in like, hey, I'm actually care about this, you're going to work hard on it. It's like going your fitness.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to work out 10 minutes a day and I'm going to get ripped.
That's a good analogy. So I probably say 95% of the people fail on diets and fitness. It's the same thing. So when people knock like the success rate of wholesaling, I'm here to tell you, part of our problem is through our marketing and all these flashy stuff and TikTok stuff, we're kind of attracting the wrong people in to begin with. So I would say it's more of a 40 to 50% failure ratio. And then if you dial it down to the people that are dead serious about it, and that's how life works, right?
It's literally like getting, it's like skiing 6-pack abs. First of all, let me tell you this. Couldn't technically anyone.
They have a thing where you can paint them on.
I know.
Do you see that?
Technically, every single person gets 6-pack abs. Technically speaking, right?
You got to find them.
But the thing is, what's the percentage of people that actually? What's the failure ratio? Right? You watch one video, do a couple sit-ups. The failure ratio is like 99%. The problem is everyone can do it. The thing is, the only people that can do it is the ones who actually work at it. So
it's hard.
It's hard, but you can anyone can do it. So the thing is, anyone can do it. It seems really simple, but there's a science to it, and it's hard work and consistency. Look at like wholesaling real estate. You think, oh my God, it's so saturated, people trying to get abs. It's like, no, it's not.
It's not as saturated.
Cream will rise to the top.
The saturation, it's temporary. Like I guys teach you how to do probates. Most people quit probates after the first set of mailings or calls. Why? Because they didn't get instant results. So, okay, let's keep moving on.
Let's keep moving. But that's where we're at currently at wholesaling. People are like, why is it so saturated? There's so many more people. And I'm going to tell you for 2023, there's going to be even more people in this business.
Okay.
It's not even going to go down. So
I think we went through the regulation part.
Yeah, we kind of went through the regulations, but I want to break down a couple things on it. So again, kind of like we've said before, the gurus are making scary videos of regulations. There's 3 states right now that have current wholesaling regulations. I'm telling you right now. I was told apparently South Carolina is doing something, and I hear crickets on that because
what is doing something?
Oh, this state's looking into the wholesaling industry. Of course it is.
So guys, if you want to become very informed on it, if you're in a state, especially one of these states you're talking about, get active, find out what's going on, and report it. You are the best weapon.
Or report what?
Oh, any type of bill being proposed or any type of legislation. But we can't, hey, I heard, or so-and-so, or NAR's sponsoring this. It doesn't work that way. So you can go back. I did stay awake during, what they call it in high school? The curriculum for government. There's a word for it. Civics. I stayed awake during civics. I actually enjoyed civics. There is a process everything goes through.
Yeah.
And the more we can talk and communicate together, the last thing you should do is rely on me, Zach, or any guru to tell you what's going on in life. We've all learned how that works out in government. But it's good, but they got to have facts. We got to have bills. We got to have who's sponsoring it. Who can we call to get more information and stuff like that. And you guys just can't sit back and digest this information, especially if you're in one of these states where they're being attacked. You need to get involved because it's like your personal fight. We're not going to sit back and wait for this magic wand to fix everything. It doesn't work that way. We, the people, have to move forward and speak up. I tell you what, I'm all over Florida. I keep a close eye on everything going on.
I know.
I know, because I learned when they said in 2002-3, Rick, you better get a license. You're not going to be able to do an assignment. I'm like, who says this one? And it was all BS. It was never, ever even introduced, nothing.
I have a question for you. Since we do this business all the time in Florida, daily basis for you've 20 plus years, how funny do you think it is? I'll tell you right now on YouTube, because we do plenty of live streams.
Yeah.
And I answer basically all the comments we get. How many comments do you think I get every single week saying, I know for a fact wholesaling real estate is banned in Florida?
Yeah.
I get like 5 of those a week. Oh, wholesaling is banned in Florida. Like,
guys, I would be rotting in jail with the key thrown away by now. Thousands. Florida's one of the better states for it. And for the most part, most of the union, our entire country, is very, I'm not going to say pro wholesaling. I don't know if that's accurate, but
no, but the issue with wholesaling real estate and regulations is I've seen every single law which way. Fortunately for us, the process of wholesaling real estate is done by the biggest corporations in the United States. Chase, Bank of America, every single bank assigns mortgages, and usually for profits.
Correct. So that's why they can't get rid.
Well,
you can't get rid of the definition of assignments. Listen, insurance companies do it, banks do it.
Home builders are one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, everybody assigns something, so you can't get rid of it. So why not attack the real estate license? But finish what you need on regulations. I don't want to spend much more time on it. I'd rather talk about wholesaling.
I know, but I was going to talk about the states about it.
Go.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, the biggest home builders do this. That's the problem. These are that market caps in billions for these companies. So the thing is with regulations, new states are probably going to come out in something. They're going to be more like Nebraska and Oklahoma. What I've said before, what I'll say for the last time, is the only state where they outright basically banned wholesaling without a license is Illinois. And as of 2022, it is basically only Illinois. That law has been there for 3 years now. Nothing like that has been ever proposed. Illinois, in my humble opinion, is the only type of regulation-friendly state that will do this. That's like there's only 3 big regulation states that like love regulation, and that's California, Illinois, and basically New York. Like outside of that, outside of those, Georgia, Nebraska, Oklahoma, they're not big and stupid like heavy regulations.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you right now, Illinois is basically the only state that did that. Now we talk about Nebraska, Oklahoma. Oh, this other state's doing it. This other state's doing it. Guys, the law in that state, I'm telling you right now, is you can't publicly market your equitable interest in a deal. Did it say you can't wholesale? Did it say you can't do X, Y? You can't publicly market, which we already tell you not to do.
I've told you guys since day one, you shouldn't do it because you're going to draw attention because you're not selling the contract. You're selling real estate, which is practicing real estate without a license.
So I'll say this too. I get asked all the time, what's publicly marketing for sale? Post on Craigslist, Facebook, and Zillow. And I don't like this because you're technically posting it as if you're the owner of the real estate, which we assign the contract. Now, if you publicly said contract for sale, that's fine. I get asked too if I should use this website. I'm not going to mention it, but there's this website that's by one guru, like promotes it like crazy, where it's like the MLS for wholesaling deals. It's like the MLS for wholesaling deals. And that's where you can publicly market your deals. That's a regulator's dream. So they're trying to make a Craigslist for deals. But I'm telling you, those are the only 3 states right now that have it. There could be a proposal for another one. Just understand, you can get dropped into Nebraska or Oklahoma right now. All you gotta do is build the cash buyers. Let's call them. You're good. So you're fine. I'm telling you. So let's break. Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got on that?
Yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to mention that because unfortunately we understand this really well, but the people, there's just so much fear being spread. I have to talk this down. And you ask a guru, well, most of them won't do a live or they're scared to go on a live. But hey, can I wholesale legally if I do a private market? Yes, you can. So let's kind of talk about wholesaling education. We got some.
I mean, hundreds of hours of videos on regulation, guys. Wouldn't you rather get stuff on like how to get really good deals and wholesaling? Listen, treat the regulation part like the news. Get your 5 minutes, move on. Because I'm watching entire threads and videos, and then this guy's countering what they said, and we got videos spinning off us, all of us, on how we feel about regulation, guys. It is a minor part. Is there a shift? Yeah, there's a shift, but welcome to the world. Everything tends to change. I'm confident that any type of legislation comes down the road. Number one, we're very creative as wholesalers to really get around most things. So we usually stay ahead of it. Number two, anybody who says get your license and stay ahead of it. I had that same crap shoved down my throat in 2002. Do you know how much it would have cost me and how many deals I would have lost if I was a licensed real estate agent for 20 years and I never needed it once? Nobody wants to talk about that. No. And then, so we talked about that.
You have to buy insurance if you're a realtor.
Oh no, guys, it's endless. I did a basic. I told you getting your license is so much more than just getting your license. I get it. It's at the state level.
How much do you think it would cost you for 20 years to have a real estate license?
To me, it cost me about $5,000, $6,000 a year.
$6,000. Okay.
Minimum.
$6,000 a year.
Minimum.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I got.
I thought
3 associations. I got the errors and omissions. You're talking it's endless. The crap you have to do. The continuing.
So let's do 5 times 20 is $100,000. Now, while you're talking about this, I'm going to pop this up. This is an interesting statistic I'd love to share, but go ahead.
So I said we're creative and we do it, but getting your license to get out ahead of it, I would literally wait till the day they said you have to have a license and then get it, right? What are you getting ahead of? There's no protection. They're not going to go back in time and chase old deals you get down. I don't understand that mentality. Last but not least, worst case scenario, they say, hey, Rick, Florida, you need a license. You sure? I'm going to go meet with a lawyer to confirm all this information. I'll probably meet with another lawyer. Then I'm probably going to whine and cry the whole time. And at the end, I'll just get my license. I'll move on with my life. I'll pay my fees. And that's the only way I can solve it. There's no other way to solve it, guys. Either I'm strongly against getting your license because I don't want you wind up. Nobody got into wholesaling to be a realtor. End of story. Okay. So
let me show you this. This is something I think is pretty interesting. This is the way you got to think of.
you show my fishing pictures.
Yes, I'll show you fishing pictures. Oh, I'll post it tomorrow. Well, I'm telling you. So we look at a compound interest calculator, which I think most people understand. So if you literally for 20 years, $4,000, let's do 4. I'm being very conservative here. $4,000, and remember, your broker's got to be a nice person, right? And you talking about marketing costs like that. So that's $84,000. Let's say you put that investment property and you made 10% on just a rental, which you think is pretty conservative for the last 20 years. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say conservatively, $10K, you would have $270, basically $9,000. And let's say you actually do like a real estate rental. What's the real ROI on like a rental with equity buildup, everything like 12, 14? It's a little
If
more.
you're going to throw equity, I'd say 18 to 20.
Yeah, so I'll do 14.
We're talking about like minimum wholesale.
We'll do 14. That's almost $470,000. Just think about that. What would $470,000 get? That's almost 40. No, that's about 40 grand a year.
What about this?
Of passive income for your family.
What if you took that same money, that extra 4 or 5 grand a year, used it towards marketing and wholesaling? How much real estate would you have picked up in the last 20 years? And I'm here to tell you guys, I'm living proof of why I didn't do this. You cannot get ahead of this. At some point, they drop the gavel if they say, hey, your state has to do it, which is a very minimal possibility based on one state is hard on it. Out of 50, what's the percent? I'm going to say this right now. I'm
going to say this right now because this is going to be recorded, and I can't wait to play this back in 5 years or probably 2 years, honestly. Ready for this? I'm going to record this back and people are going to say, I told you so. So let me tell you the date really quick. It is currently Tuesday, March 1st. Let me get the date out before I'm going to make this big prediction, and I'm going to prove everyone right. Because I'm going to go back in here. People are going to think I'm hilarious, but this is the truth. Let me go give the screenshot of the time. Okay. It is March 1st right now. And this is the current time. Okay. I'm going to say this for any guru announcement. I'm telling you, this is what a guru is going to announce in the future. The gurus that are scaring you about regulation and how you have to get licensed, I'm telling you right now, they will find a way to get a percentage of you paying for licensing. They will find a way to make money off of it through a course.
Ask me how.
Through making their own brokerage. They're going to do something stupid so they can make money off of the sphere they're driving for you. Now, if this happens the next year, next 2 years, next 5 years, they're going to say this is, we had to do this. So I'm telling you right now, you heard it here first.
Here's my safe
this
harbor.
What's going to happen.
Come to me. I have a solution to protect you.
There's a way around it.
And guys,
and it's not a union they're going to create. That will fix itself. But that's another thing they're going to do to make money. But I'm telling you right now, that's going to happen. And it's not even like a way for dues or anything. They're just going to try to make money off of the paying to become a realtor. They're going to figure out a way.
They're going to find the.
So you heard it here first.
They're going to find.
I can't wait to go back to
see what's happened. You're either going to join something which has no. I'm just going to give you the truth here. It has no chance in fighting an R. Okay. You can't wait a year or two to put it together. If you really want to fight the fight, you start today. You don't build a website and go, hey, we're going to run and eventually we're going to do that. You do it today.
Look at the debate if you want to talk about it, because there's no new information. I'm not going to get into it, but
number two is then they go, okay, well, the thing that they have in place, which I'm fine with, by the way, if you want to use like transactional funding and stuff like that, if they have the means to do it, that's great. Like, I don't really have a problem with that. But the third one is when you go, hey, listen, you might as well become licensed. And by the way, one of the biggest problems is most brokers don't want us wholesalers. We don't earn commissions.
They don't.
By the way, it's very gray. Our assignments commissions, No one will define it. I
No.
promise you, NAR is going to label them commissions.
Or
I'm telling you.
or they're going to do this. They're going to label it unethical, and they could ban it. But they want the money.
They're going to want
their
the money. So then, if a broker can't make money off you, why do they want to take you in and you're nothing more than a liability? But guess what? Aha. Well, Rick, I have a solution. I have a broker that's wholesale friendly, and I'll bring you in. Now, there's these great new brokerage models out there that operate like MLMs. Let me break this down for you.
Once you get sued as a wholesaler, and then that broker gets in trouble, they'll kick you out. They'll say, "What's this wholesaling thing?" Right?
They'll do, but for the right amount of money. So they're going to have a ton of insurance. So they're going to do a MLM. I'm not going to use the company because I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not going to promote it. But I know they're all in talks because they're all looking to make money to grab the wholesaler pie. Is when you come in, you have to pay a fee to come in.
Oh,
you shouldn't have to pay a fee to come in a realtor other than like a desk fee or whatever it is. But you pay whatever your fee is, $250,
Desk fees are a
$500,
joke.
or $1,000. And then you're going to pay all the traditional fees. That money basically goes in the brokerage's pocket, and they run it. And guess what? They know a big part of you guys are going to quit, and they're just going to keep turning and burning. What better than to collect $200 to $800 per wholesaler to come in? And by the way, you have to have renewal fees. It's absolutely crazy. It's actually the perfect business model. So I want you to understand when someone says, I have a wholesaling friendly brokerage thing, I promise you it is an MLM type of brokerage, and you're going to pay a fee to come in. If you've ever been part of MLM, like, it's crazy. I got this leg, and then your job's when you come in to go out and recruit other wholesalers, because now you can earn $500 off each wholesaler signs up, and the guy or the gal that starts at the top is the kingpin. They make the most money. Are you really solving a problem? In my opinion, you're just creating a problem by doing that. Guys, if you really want to get licensed, you need to find a brokerage that understands what you do. Unfortunately, I had to go out and create my own brokerage and do that whole thing. Now, that's a separate business, and really my wholesaling the business doesn't really need it. There's no correlation other than they help sell some of our retail
We don't recruit
deals.
wholesalers though.
No, but
We
like
don't,
recruiting wholesalers, oh my God, you'd make a ton. It is the perfect model. Okay.
If I get a bad wholesaler, Port Lucie, under a brokerage, you probably go broke. The key gets sued. So,
Yeah.
and then you got NAR looking into the brokerage, right? So it's like, so I'm telling you right now, like, so let's talk about wholesaling education. So I like a really cool announcement too. I'd love to make. We got a lot of people on, so I appreciate the people on here watching. All love everyone. Cool announcement I'd like to give for wholesaling education is, what was it, 3 years ago? But actually, before free wholesaling came out, this was this year. So almost a year ago, before free wholesaling came out, there was no course that was for free. Now there's free courses.
I'm seeing free pop up everywhere, which I'm happy about, by the way.
But here's the problem. I've looked into them. There's like 3 modules. Hi, what is wholesaling? This is wholesaling. Cold calling. Whoa. I ain't gonna teach you that. That's very advanced. You need to pay tons of money to learn. That's like, what I'm telling you is they're bare bones. Like they're bare. Like they're. It's a sales funnel. If you ever look at Russell Brunson, who
Funnels Master. We love Russell, by the way.
We love Russell. You know what he does for a lot of businesses. I give him a lot of credit for wholesaling. No, if you actually study him, because I love studying people that are like really at the top of their game, what they do, and he's a marketing genius. So I like to look at his marketing side, not the guru side, but he always says, how to create a marketing funnel, right? Because I look at his funnel systems and try to, hey, how can I use that for wholesaling, right? He looks at, hey, give someone a free offer, right? Give them some for free, and then you hit them, right? Yeah. And that's the way these people are doing free stuff. Get my free. You probably got an ad before this video because the YouTube privacy policy, I've said this a million times. People think I lie. Go YouTube privacy policy, and then put ads without permission. Literally, we had ads going on our channel without our permission, so we had to turn the monetization on. But what I'm telling you right now is you probably got an ad on this for a free something script. I don't care. It's called a free something funnel system, right? And they're going to want they're giving you something for free, and then they're going to try to like smack you in the back. You can get a million emails. You're going to get cold called. So understanding that before a year ago, every single course basically paid for or is bare bones where they're trying to funnel you into the paid course.
Yeah.
We created last year freeholdslingcom. Freeholdsling.com is two things. It's like the Netflix of real estate wholesaling, I like to call it. It's like you could use it just for a course.
How many videos we have in total now?
It's insane. It's like
we're approaching 900.
We're approaching Zach, Dad. If you include the Zach Ginn YouTube channel, it's over 1,200.
Yeah. So
Hey,
it's.
But I'm telling you, so freeholdslingcom, we made that. I did a live. I wore all black because it was the guru funeral, and it's the truth. But it was the final nail in the coffin. And you know, a lot of people said it wasn't going to work. You already know that. People said it's the worst thing ever. I literally gave our heart and soul in that course. And guess what happens? Turns out a year later, it only took me a year. Where these gurus I know those gurus do 20 years trying to sell courses. In a 1 year, it became the largest wholesaling course by members in the entire history of wholesaling.
But Zach, it's free. You can't compare it to my paid course.
It's a free course. It's a course that there's no other course so we hit 20,000 people join that course. It is mind blowing to me. And here's the cool part. We also created a mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
And that mastermind is the largest wholesaling mastermind in the country. 6,000 people. 6,000 people coming in every single month. We hit 36,000. It'll approach 100,000 hopefully soon. It is actually unbelievable. So what I'm telling you right now is wholesaling education is changing. Oh yeah. So what I'm telling you is wholesaling is changing. Oh, we got Corey here. Corey says, Zach, Rick, can you have a live? Can you have a live with all your successful students? I'm glad to tell the world about how you changed my life, all for free. We helped Corey out for free. He was on one of the one-on-one lives in the mastermind.
We have hundreds of them like that. And so, guys, I'm not here just to. I don't want to just take the limelight and just talk about like me and Zach. I really want to talk about the whole industry. So we're talking about wholesaling education. What me and Zach did is I was doing this for a while. When Zach's coming up, I spent a lot of time like training Zach, and I learned a lot from. If you guys have ever trained your own kids, you can probably relate. What I'm saying is, you learn a lot by like just working even with like a family member. And I said after that, because I did some other training, I sold a lot of products. I was very successful at it. And when I saw 2013, 14 coming along, I said, Zach's like, why don't you coach? I go, it's a train wreck. It's a mess. I got people coaching that did 2 or 3 deals.
Did you know coaches currently, they literally spend 6 hours a day on Zooms?
It's insane. So like they're trading their time. I never wanted to trade my time for money. So I sat, literally years saying, how can I create a legacy in the wholesaling industry? Now I did apartments. I did a lot of other things. I still do a lot of that stuff.
I don't think even it was like that in the beginning. That's why we kind of started this YouTube channel. I did personally, you didn't even know I did a YouTube channel. I just started doing videos of me doing deals.
He started like,
because I just wanted to document.
I said, Zach, like how much information are you going to give away? And it led to this incredible conversation. Like, why don't we just give it all away for free?
Yeah,
Dad, there's nothing that you haven't, like from when you started to now, there's no more secrets. It's all out there. It's just nobody really organizes it. And the people that organize it charge a ridiculous fee. So you guys, here's the state of the wholesaling education is what I paid back in 2002 and 3 to learn this business. It's almost 80% cheaper today with inflation, which tells you it's completely saturated. There's too many coaches chasing your dollar. Do I want to be in that mess? No. Do I think they're all bad? Absolutely not. So I decided, let's create a legacy. Let's do something else nobody does. And he's correct with the whole Russell Brunson thing. By the way, I love Russell Brunson.
Yeah.
If you guys ever want to follow me, he's the most authentic, genuine guy, but he covers all the industries. It's a little bit different. He's a fellow wrestler, and I love people like that. But
I mean much, but yeah.
He's got his own wrestling gym in his house. I love that stuff. But he's very passionate about what he does, and he's authentic, which is, so let's be authentic. Let's share our business, and let's just give it all away for free, because the reality is it's all out there. Anyone who tells you there's a secret in wholesaling, run to the hills, because all it is repackaged stuff to get your attention, to have you buy something. So what better way to get information from someone that we derive our own income, meaning we flip properties. Yes, we do affiliate sales. We show you products we use in our business and we pay for that we believe in. I've been doing this 20 years, guys. I'm not just flipping something on you. And if you get value from it, that's great. We're also, I believe, the only gurus out there we're not gurus. I'm taking that back. Is we don't endorse like one type of brand. Like you can try this one, you can try this one. We don't care. And when vendors come back to us, like we prefer you just promote our stuff. I don't care. I don't work for you. Like we let our users, our subscribers define what is good. And we tell you when there's changes, when there was changes on like MLS data.
Well, I'm allowed to see the back ends on them, which help.
We dug into it and said, hey, listen, this is what we're seeing on our stuff. So the whole argument on wholesale education, should it be free or not? There's a lot of free stuff out there. Listen, all funnels were created with free stuff, but you guys have been beaten over the head so much over the last 20 years in the wholesaling business. Dude, it's time for a change.
So that's what we did. Freeholdslingcom, right?
Yeah. And people say, I'm literally told on a weekly, it's never going to work. Guys, it works phenomenally. You guys are the proof to it. So me and Zach are never looking for another guru's endorsement on it. If anything, it would be the opposite. We share all our information. All the gurus have it. By the way, I got all the IP addresses. I can identify whoever is from anywhere. And I have a special list. I don't care. I'm being completely transparent. We put it out there. Any other guru is going to put their course out there? No, they'll give you bits and pieces of it. And we're doing this to create a legacy, to create a difference. And you guys have a choice. You can stick with the old way and keep doing that, or you can introduce yourself to the new way. Our goal is to get you to make six figures, get you successful in wholesaling, and then you can vote with your dollars what you want to do after that. I believe wholesaling is like learning your ABCs. It should be for free. It's really not that hard. You've just got to follow someone that's successful before it. Why should you pay 3, 5, 10 grand to learn wholesaling? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And
no, that's it. So the reason why we do it for free. So if you want to understand what we do, Free Wholesaling is our course. It's free. Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group is our mastermind. We do literally, I love it when someone says you got to pay for a mentor. 99% of the people, if you go to we do free one-on-ones. I don't know why people don't understand this. They think there's a catch. They never do it.
There's never.
It's weird. I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this, you can actually talk to me one-on-one on a video chat for free this Thursday. What's the catch? Join the mastermind. There's a link every Thursday. Hop on at 5:30 and talk to me one-on-one. Corey did it. All these people are up here, like they hop on, We had Brandon, 1 Ton Patriot. He was on there,
Yeah.
I gotta show you his truck. He's got an insane truck. Shout out to Brandon's truck. But what I'm telling you is, literally, you do one-on-one with us. Like literally, we'll do it for free. So the reason wholesaling education is being changed, the cool part is, I'll say this, over the weekend, I was going to go after this one guru really hard that was talking smack, had this whole thing against us. I was posting some funny screenshots from a bunch of gurus talking smack about us. They're feeling the pressure from us. They're losing millions of dollars because we're giving out for free. We're their number one objection on the calls. We're the number one objection. Why don't you do it there?
But
if Zach Ginn
I'm not taking any guru's money.
No.
If you're not going to step up to the challenge and make your stuff better, that's your loss. Me and Zach are not cannibalizing anyone's sale. If anything, we should be blowing up your sales. If we're terrible at what we do, they should be running to you in droves.
See, Corey literally got a cold call by a guru today. They're cold calling you. So I'm telling you.
Here's the other thing. So now that we're on it, let's talk about the guru. Let's talk about the education business.
They're losing money.
At some point, we turned over to this. Somebody had this brilliant idea: is you need to have somebody on the phone closing these people because you're going to have to talk them into it. I'm like, okay, well, I remember first hearing this, and it was used on me quite effectively. And now it's done to death. You all know what's coming on when you get on that phone call. You're going to have a slick salesman. By the way, the average percentage is they earn anywhere from 15 to 25. Even I've heard as high as 35% of the sale, meaning
you're $12,000 sales.
If you're doing a $10,000 or $12,000 sale, do just 30% of it. They're earning
like $4,000,
$3,000 to $4,000 to guess who they're rooting for on that call. They don't care what your experience level is.
They don't care if it's best for you.
And that's what concerns me in this business. It's like, listen, if you can afford the 10 or 12 grand and you want to do it and you can stroke the check, God bless you. Okay. But if you like the idea and you really don't have the money and you're going to let a slick salesperson talk you into a payment plan and you haven't even spent the time to talk to your wife, your family, whoever it is, it can wreck your life. And I'm just saying that guy or gal on the other end of the phone, they have one goal: to make a commission. That's it. They do not, I don't care what they say about it. Payment plans. You have, like, guys, this is insane. How are you going to do a marketing budget? How are you going to run your business if you have no money left? And then they always say, hey, just throw it on a credit card. You can finance it. You do your first deal in 30 days and pay for it. Guys, that's really reckless business. And that's when the corporate greed takes over the wholesaling coaching business. And it's getting worse and worse. You know why? I don't get these phone calls. You guys get them. I get texts, by the way. I get texts like crazy.
I get
Hey,
texts
Rick,
like
you
crazy.
want to up your wholesaling game? By the way, who do you think's on the other end of those phone calls? Who is it? They're failed wholesalers. I'm sorry. And they can make a quick buck doing it. I don't blame them. They want to feed their families. The question is, are you going to take food off your family's table to feed them? Guys, make sure you're talking to these gurus one-on-one, because if they have coaching people, you know you're going into a mass scaling number in coaching, and heed the warning.
Yeah. So Sean has this question here. What I know, if education businesses are losing money, why don't they wholesale themselves? So here's the problem, Sean. They're losing money, but they're going from making $5 million a year to like $2 million a year. Like, they ain't gonna stop doing it, right? They don't wholesale themselves because, I'll be honest, it's easier to make $2 million selling courses than it is to wholesale for them, because they're not really that good at wholesaling.
And the secret's out. That's why you have coaches of the coaches. But you have they have actual publishing companies. They're individuals, they're corporations, and we're pushing and pushing it. You guys are going to have to vote with your dollar. And so I'm not going to call myself smart, but people are going, okay, how can we relook at this industry and like stand out? I don't want to be the guy who sells the same coaching package, although I know my information's better.
Well,
so what if we put it out there for free? We get the attention from everything and see where we can go with that.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at. Gurus hate it. I don't care. I'm making enemies. You're doing it wrong. We don't speak at any, you know why we don't speak at events? Because they don't make any money off of it.
Well, we don't get invited.
They don't financially get paid, they're not going to invite
we get
you.
offered to get paid to go to these. I'm like, no, because that's literally me selling a course. That's reverse course selling, right? Because, you pay me like $1,000. A lot of these people go for free. These gurus. I get asked, why don't you fly out? Oh my goodness. Why don't you fly out halfway around the country to go on a person's podcast? I'm like, why would I do that?
No.
Why would I go 10 hours on a plane just to, brag about myself? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, these gurus, they're feeling the pressure. We looked at it like this. Hey, wholesaling real estate's changed your life, right?
Undoubtedly,
right?
100%.
It's changed my life forever.
Yeah.
We would be in completely different situations right now. I would be making $40K a year. You'd be making maybe $250 because you're a pretty good corporate America guy. But you'd be working, 70, 80 hours a week, begging till you're 65 to be retired. Here's the thing. This business has blessed our life so much. It's like, you always read, we love Tony Robbins. We read a lot of Tony Robbins. What does he say? He says, give. A lot of people say, make the world a better place. Make it better than the way you left it. The problem is, this business has blessed us so much. How can we give back, And a lot of people do this. Oh, well, let's go do a soup kitchen. Let's go, donate some of the money. That's great and all. But how can we make a lasting impact? Because we both donate to charity like crazy, but that's not benefiting wholesaling. I make a bunch of money wholesaling. I give it to Red Cross. That's great. But that's not benefiting the industry that helped you so much. So we donate to that too. That's kind of outside of wholesaling, but how do you benefit the community, right? And people are like, oh, I'll do a course and benefit the community. No. Why don't we just make it for free? And let's just start changing the way. I'm young, so, I'm 22. I can see this into fruition for the next 70, 80, 90, 100 years. And really, these gurus, they got nothing on me. There's some gurus that are younger than me now, but I'm telling you right now, we consistently do it. We're going to put in my business. But here's the thing with wholesaling. I was going to go on when it's Monday, and I was about to expose this guru. I was ready. I had all the info. I was doing it research.
It was bad, guys.
People were sending me a lot of stuff. I was ready to do the whole expose. I was second guessing doing it. And the thing is, I got some information about this person or group of people. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I got some interesting paper. I don't know how I got this info, but some of these gurus are getting investigated from the Federal Trade Commission. They're also getting investigated from their local state, and they're getting a lot of pressure. Some of these gurus, I was like, there's no way. And then I kept looking like, hey, look, these four gurus, they changed the name of their mentorship. I'm like, wait, why? And you figure it out, like,
that's common
because
by the way,
that
guys.
company is being investigated, and they're like going to freeze the funds.
That doesn't fix it.
But here's the thing: that one guru they're getting slapped hard, and they're probably going to pay a fine, and they can keep it under the DL. But I get this information, and it's pretty interesting. Sometimes that person, the cool part is a lot of these bad gurus out here. All I can tell you is, this is I'm surprised to say this, but the government is actually they're helping me put them out of business, not me, because they are being unscrupulous and unethical. So these gurus selling courses, I'm not saying it's unethical to sell a course, quote unquote, because you can't compare that to like stealing money, right? But I don't think it's good business, and I think it'll get weeded out. The cool part is just they're getting slapped hard, and what I'm telling you is that person's got enough problems. I don't want to kick someone when they're going down, because they're going down. So.
Well, it's just, so what happens is they get a complaint, or they don't do so a lot of them tell you they got a 30-day money back guarantee. You know why they say that?
What?
You know why there's a 30-day money back guarantee?
Oh, it's a credit card thing.
It's a credit card policy. It's not the guru's policy. That's the credit card policy. So they ride it like it's a 30-day guarantee. It's a lie. If you complain on your credit card in 30 days, there's no guarantee, but I'm just telling you, like the credit card company is usually going to side on the customer's favor.
Can I say this too?
Yeah.
Hey, if you pay for a course and you don't, and I'm not telling you to do this because that's very bad to do, which I would never do this, but if you pay 10 grand for a course on a credit card, and you can take the information 28 days in, you can always cancel that credit card, or you can always charge it back. But I'm telling you, don't do that. But
don't pay it up front. Honestly, if you don't have the money for it, and it's going to stretch your family's financial well-being, that's where I draw the line on like guru stuff. And there are a lot of responsible ones, like they know I'm not going to take your money, but I'm telling you, these ones with the callers, they're getting a cut of all the action, and it's all about numbers.
Oh, can I say this too? William Hill got a question. Does that person's symbol look like this? William, I know who you're talking about. No, it's not that group. I mean, we never know. It could be happening. Here's the thing. I want to talk about the spade.
Take that off there for a sec.
Yeah.
So guys, I want you to understand, when people tout like the number of followers, the number of subscribers they have, you better start looking deeper into it, because it's really, really easy to jack up your TikTok, your Instagram. They can buy this stuff, but you can look and see how many people are commenting them. The people that survive the test of time will always wind up in YouTube, because YouTube, you got to play by the rules. I don't think you can really fake YouTube for too long. So if I had to vet someone, I would see if they even have see how many videos they have on YouTube.
hundreds of subscribers, a lot of them every single day, just because they're bots that follow us, and YouTube kicks them out. So YouTube's good. But what I'm saying about that symbol you said, that person on the symbol, I'm not going to say anything else, but that's the symbol, they went on, when I had a debate, they literally commented this. Are you ready?
Yeah. Go
ready?
ahead.
You can even look at the live stream. It's still there. Imagine selling a course for free. Laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji. What? And then there's like, what a joke it is. That's how good you are selling things for free. The quote unquote most humble people in the world are saying that to me during a live debate. Imagine selling a free course, making fun of that I sell things for free. I give things out for free. So if you want to know what I think about spades, it's not the best card hand for poker. I'm just telling you right now.
So let me wrap up the whole wholesaling education. If gurus continue this current trend for the last 20 years of pay for play, I'll teach you the basics of real estate investing, and then I'm going to drag you along the whole way until I get so deep in your pockets, you guys are killing your own business. Mr. Ace of Spades, you only know one way. So by the way, I believe he or she only teaches disruptive marketing. Where's disruptive marketing going, Zach?
No, well,
It's got challenges, and this is the only way they teach it. Most of these people will only show you their gross. They will never show you what they spend in skip tracing, all their staff and everything like that. And you all get sucked in on their gross number. The reason it's called gross because it looks gross, but by the time they get to the net, what are they actually making? And by the way, this guru thing where you're all going to do the exact same thing we did 20 years ago, what do you think is going to happen in the next 5 and 10 years? It's going to be people just like this looking in the camera going, we're sick of this crap. We're sick of the fakeness. We're sick of everyone being fake, driving a fancy car, wearing a jacket, wearing their cute little hat and their tennis shoes like they stick out. Let's get down to the business of what people do. Okay. Either you help people or you don't. If you give it away for free, why would you tear somebody who gives it away for free?
I agree.
I know why.
Why?
Because you feel a little threatened because you got challenges in your
threatened.
coaching business. And this idea of coaching, it was a wonderful, wonderful thing in 2012 to 16. It's catching up to everybody. That's why it's on sale 70, 80% discount. And you could Google right now. You guys are probably getting pounded with ads on YouTube. There's always a guy or a gal who's going to show you the latest, greatest secret. Of how to do wholesale.
Let me mention this. We got 5 comments about this thing. I'm not going to mention this, but I think the people live should know. People, they can look through the live comments if you really want to figure out. Somebody claims there's a blank method for marketing. I'm going to tell you right now, and it's a secret. I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to bring it up. Okay, I've already told.
Just point it. I want to see. Okay,
there you go. You already know about that.
Oh.
What I'm telling you is, some people claim that there's this method out there for wholesaling that nobody knows except you have to pay a $5,000 course to learn.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right. I'll say this right now for the wholesaling union. It is a. Let me say this. It is a. It's a garage sale / I heard. I mean, I'm. If I was sorry, I'm going to say this. If I was going to make a course about a secret method of wholesaling, this is what I do. It's kind of like the O.J. Simpson, like a book where he was just like, if I was going to do it, this is what I do.
Yeah.
So if I was going to make a course that was secret for wholesaling, you know, the one Corey's talking about that's exclusive, I would probably make one about what's that thing you used to talk about? Garage sales, right?
Yeah. I taught an entire strategy on how to do it.
Wouldn't you like?
I have it dated too.
But yeah, you did that a while ago. But like, if you were going to do that, you know, and like if I went on TikTok, try to sell a course on that, how would you update it? You would go in like Facebook groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you would just, you know, you don't want to get like kicked out of it. So like you'd like some of those, you'd comment on it. So the algorithm likes you in the group, and then you would just post, you know, we buy houses cash. And then for $0, you get inbound marketing, but like, that's like $12,000, stuff like that. The people that sell their houses. I mean, that's kind of what I do if I try to sell something for $5,000. And
guys,
boom.
Anybody tells you they have a secret,
Corey, let me know you understand that.
Run. There is no secrets. It's just they spin the branding on it. Fancy words like what's the one we heard? Syndication. That's been around a long time. It's mostly involved in apartments. It's an advanced strategy, and it's something you really shouldn't even be addressing in wholesaling, in my opinion. We talk about substitute agreements, also known as novations, and now this is like a big hip thing that's going on. Guys, all this stuff, it's been out forever. I honestly, I've taught it at one point forever. And if I sat there and go, man, I have this brand new thing, it's called wholesaling, and it doesn't have a G on the end of it, and I throw it on TikTok, I feel like you're going to have success doing it, because the reality is people are attracted to the latest, greatest thing, and it's hot. And in wholesaling, you have to be very, very careful of it, because shiny, distracting objects are what sell. And that's what you're seeing on it. And guys, there's no secrets. Anyone tells you this? I have a secret marketing strategy. No, you don't.
I revealed one of them. The problem is, and the thing is why no one knows about it, except for when I just revealed that, is because before you get sold in the course, you have to sign an NDA people are scared of. I just told you for free because those people tell me I can link it through. So what I'm telling you is, I have a question. I want you to answer this.
NDA?
It's crazy.
You got to be kidding me.
I want you to answer this question.
I should have everybody on this live sign an NDA. I give it all out for free.
For some things you say, I think so.
Yeah.
But I want you to answer this question. I want you to answer this because I think this is cute. I nothing against sophisticated one, but I think it's an
That's a good
interesting
question.
It's a good question. Zach, aren't you worried about being blackballed in certain spaces? I already am.
Yeah, we are. We are the problem child. And just because, like, honestly, so in wholesaling, if you guys haven't learned this from now, as a wholesaler, you do not conform to society. Okay. That's step one. Okay. You're going to go against 95% of what everyone in society, keep up with the Jones, get the fancy car, get the big fat house payment. No, no, no. I want you to own your house for cash. I don't want you to have any type of debt. I want you to spend all your time and money on your family and friends. Oh, so we've gone the step level. Now we're in the wholesaling community. I've been in it 20 years. I'm not attacking the wholesaling community. I'm like, guys, we just can't keep doing things the exact same way. We have to fix it. So am I blackballed? Yes. Is he blackballed? Yes. Here's the difference. I'm not looking for any guru's endorsement. Honestly, if they endorse me, it would actually be problematic. Do I think all gurus are bad? Absolutely not. But there's a time and place. Wholesaling should be taught for free. It's a simple strategy. And you just need to get through the basics to get through it. If you think someone's going to sit there and hold your hand, if you want to pay for mentoring, make sure you're going to the person's office and house anytime you want, one-on-one, and like literally entrenching yourself and getting it. That's priceless, but that's hard to find these days. And you'll find it more naturally with people you see in the chats here because you have all this technology. Are we blackballed? Yeah, but I'm actually proud of it. I was told by a very prominent guru, we're creating enemies. I'm not creating enemies. I don't hate anyone. I actually enjoy people.
Okay, I'm going to say this.
How am I an enemy?
Here's the thing.
Because I don't conform. I'm not conforming what the wholesaling community is doing. I don't get on jets with like 10 other like ballers who's selling $10 million coaching programs because you know what? Their time is dated. This thing is going to go away because you guys are going to make a decision how to spend your money and time. And if you stop spending your money on these BS lie courses, you will fix the problem yourself and start finding people like me and Zach that are going to be authentic, share our business with you. And in return, I grow a legacy. We grow an incredible community. And where this thing goes, the next question is people like, well, what are you guys getting out of it? You want to answer that one?
Yeah, but I'd like to mention this really quick. I'm getting some interesting stuff here. Shane, Antonius, everyone's asking what we're talking about. Again, that's a garage. It's a garage sale course for Facebook groups. That's it. What we get out of it is we change this industry. We get some JV deals. Like it's a good amount of money, but like at the end of the day, it helps my influence to a point where if I need a deal sold, let's say in Washington State, I know I can just make a post and people can do it, right? I learn the information. I get the ins and outs of this business. Like when the MLS thing happened, I called the owners of the biggest platforms, and because I have a big enough audience, they take my call and I get to talk to them and say, hey, what's going on? And I get meetings that and talk, and they tell me what goes on, and I get to do it before I share it to the people. So I'm telling you at the end of the day here,
who do you think they're going to listen to? A person that sells a paid guru
I would
coaching
love
course, or the guys that do it for free and give you the truth? I actually think we'll have a bigger ear on any type of legislation or influence. And honestly, I just want to grow this community. Me and Zach right now, we're literally just scratching the surface. So any gurus watching, like you guys are done. I go, honestly, we just keep growing and growing because we're doing nothing. People overuse this word value. What's my value if I'm teaching 20 years of highly successful wholesaling for free and you're teaching it because you started in 2013, you're charging 10 grand. Who's providing more value?
I was looking back at what cares more? It's like money or, legacy of changing things. Look at Gary Vee. He could have made a ton of money and he makes a ton of money from his audience, but he doesn't charge anybody. So
you guys, hey, Mr. Ace Man, do you think Gary Vee his free content's terrible?
Okay. I won't get into that,
but it's short-sighted. We are not threatening your livelihood. Okay. You guys are all really successful wholesalers. You tell everybody that, but the reality is most gurus, not all. So don't put me on the cross on this. It's 10-1, meaning if you put $10, one's earned on wholesaling, so they say they can do it, and the other nine's earned on coaching. And that's the problem with the whole industry in itself. And that's why we get blackballed. People, I don't care. I want to be blackballed. I do not want to be endorsed by these people because, in my opinion, did you ever do anything like the same you did 20 years ago? Everything changes over time. The way you guys are getting information, everything that's happening with the metaverse and how we transact, real estate's going to be completely conformed. Do you think people are going to sit here and keep?
I think I've done a lot of things differently from 20 years from now.
It's crazy.
I was 2.
I know, but I'm just telling you, the coaching industry right now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm talking about in wholesaling specific. I can't speak for all that. We're still stuck in 2002 or 3.
And here's the last part about wholesaling education. I want to bring up
questions.
And here's the last thing I want to bring up. I get some comments here. Where is it? You bring the gurus. Who can close more deals, right? Like, Zach's the best closer. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think one important thing to do is, not many gurus have this, but like humility to a point. I don't go out here and tell you I'm the best closer of I know for a fact there's hundreds of thousands of closers out here. I don't think I'm probably the top dog when it comes to like closing deals. Because I get at market
closing's overrated.
Here's the
wholesaling,
thing.
right? This isn't about closing a car sale.
But the problem is the ego in these people. I'm getting told from these gurus, I'm a prominent influencer, oh, he's the king of wholesaling. I am the king of wholesaling. If you do not be looking at yourself like that, it is terrible.
My favorite is look how many followers I have. I'm like, how 40% of them cares? Who cares how many followers you have? I don't understand that. The one thing I've learned with gurus, for the most part, they love to get up and talk about themselves. And like I've learned over life's short, man. You can sit here and help people out, or you can sit here and brag about like your so-called successes. I've always told everybody on this stream, you have to check your ego at the door. I don't care if you're an influencer, a coach, a wholesaler, a father, a mother. Your ego will eventually take you out. Because you know what? Your ego has one job. You know what it is? To make sure you're always right. And when your ego is pumped, you cannot take constructive information in, and you can't fix problems you have. We are so with social media and stuff, we're all about showing the best side of ourselves. And people are so scared to talk about the real problems that we're going through. And this is what me and Zach are trying to bring: authentic change. We sit here and I can sit here and pump you all day with the deals I do, but that doesn't always help you. It's enough motivation.
You don't go in and talk about probates saying, I'm the greatest closer of probates ever. No one can beat me. The problem, if we start talking like that, you should guys run. You don't see anyone else saying, I'm the greatest of this of all time. Now, there's a difference between, one of my favorite motivational speakers, Eric Thomas. He thinks in his head he's the greatest motivational speaker, or he will be the best.
He's pretty good.
But like he's at a point where like it's not from his ego talking. It's from he thinks he is, and he's going to get what it's his. The problem is when you go to see it, think I'm the best closer, I'm the king of this. Guys, pride's going to hurt you in this business. And I legitimately don't think in my mind I'm the greatest wholesaler of all time. I don't have this massive. We just try. I'm just telling you right now, we just try our best to help. And that's all we can do.
That's all we want to do. And I don't know why this isn't us against the guru world. Actually, I believe in the end, everyone's trying to help. So if we go a different path than you, that doesn't make us, it just makes us different. It doesn't make us wrong. Okay. And all I can tell you is like, you need to take your egos and check them at the door. I'm seeing weight belts being flown around, like your UFC champions closing championship belts. Like seriously, those are nothing more than to satisfy your personal ego. And it's not going to help any students you have. And at some point we just have to be humble. We have to dig in. I treat wholesaling like I woke up broke every day. How am I going to find a deal to feed my family today? And if you can take that attitude, you can do amazing things. I could sit here and hang my accolades on my last 20 years of success, guys. I could go on and on forever. It's not going to help you.
That's it.
You're actually probably going to hate me when it's all said and done. But I don't. I know, I swear to God, I have that taste in my mouth of the day I started wholesaling. I made that decision. I literally, I'll just say, I had to change my underwear. I was so freaked out. I was scared. I was uncomfortable.
Oh
And I was set on a corporate job. And you guys know what I'm talking about because you're working your 9-to-5 jobs, because I did this. And my job was 7 to 7. Is they just did a study. They said 65% of Americans literally hate their job. And I know I'm talking to somebody on the stream that knows that feeling. I've been there. I did it for almost 12 years. And wholesaling made a tremendous change. I'm here to tell you guys, wholesaling is very strong. You couldn't have picked a better time to get into it, but you have to make choices. You have to connect with people that are actually doing this business, that are some people are so enthralled in the coaching. It's become their ego, and it doesn't mean they're a bad wholesaler. It's just coaching can influence you to make if you're making a predominant amount of your money on coaching as opposed to flipping properties, they have to make a shift. You have to dedicate your time to do it. And listen, the beauty about wholesaling is you set the bar what you want to do. If you just want to make a couple $100,000, knock yourself out. But the main thing is I want to give you freedom. If you don't have freedom in wholesaling, you're never completely free. Freedom of your time and freedom to become financially free. What you decide to make, who cares? Make 10 million, make $100,000. You make the decision, because long as you have freedom of your time and you get financial freedom, that's what wholesaling is about.
Yes. Last couple things on education, then we'll get into the future of the real estate market. Number one is, first of all, I love this too. I'm going to reveal this because nobody ever talks about this. This is cute. Sean says the corporatization of guru education hurts people. I'm telling you right now, not a lot of people know this, but wholesaling courses and wholesaling mentorships and people on YouTube, like the gurus, there's two things. We got approached this year to do a TV show on A&E.
Mm-hmm.
I said no, because they said you have to approve every single video through A&E to see if you're corporate enough.
We had to change our complete.
We had to change everything. I'm like, no. They also said, we need other people outside of Zach or Rick on here that like meet quotas and stuff. I'm like, no. We need 5 guys. We need a funny guy. We need a silly. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's crazy.
But here's the thing. That's one issue, and you're seeing this all the time. People are getting corporatized on there, and they can't tell you what they really think. Also, these guru courses, they're actually owned under publishers that actually own the mentorship, and they get a huge piece of the pie. So these gurus that y'all love, they actually have bosses. They actually have a boss they have to talk to,
and tons of partners. So here's how a lot of them work. So you guys know, because I've known a lot of people in this. It starts out, they bring in a partner, and you'd like to think, hey, they just hold hands with their partner. No, the partners buy in like big money, and then they keep diluting the shares by bringing in more and more partners to the point where who's driving the ship, right? And then you're going to have a big difference of opinions. And then guess what happens? It gets sold, and then they cash it out. I've watched 5 major coaching courses, specifically in the wholesaling business, recently get sold. And guys, dude, you can only trade these things. So if you want to like go back and look at some of the hot courses and the so-called evergreen and lifetime membership, the original founders are nowhere. They're not even part of it, and it loses its emphasis. So I've always told you, wholesaling itself, very hard to sell the business. Mm-hmm. You are the business. The assets that are what valuable. So then we talk about the coaching business. The one way to make a coaching business profitable, meaning to sell it, is they have to push the sales numbers as hard as they can. How do they do that? Let's get salespeople. Let's talk people into doing this. And then they sell at the peak. And then some poor person decides that looks like a great business model. They're making millions. Let's get it. And then guess what they say?
What?
Let's expand it. Let's 10X it. Let's go Grant Cardone it. And instead of doing 15 million, let's do 150 million.
Okay.
And then it washes down. And guys, it just never stops.
This is funny. The gurus are being basically, yes, they are. I like to address one.
They are. They all have a boss, by the way.
Yeah,
almost every guru. There's a few that stand on their own. And for the most part, they hang their name on the business, and I'm fine with it. But like when they try to switch names, it's a marketing strategy so they can sell it.
Yes. I like to address this really quick. Some person, I'm not going to call them anything, they got mad because I posted a screenshot. Their salesperson said, I don't teach the meat and potatoes of this business and that you can go through my thing, but you're going to fail if you use freeholdslingcom. This person said this. They're whatever.
Yeah.
And so they screenshotted that and they said, look, this guy's actually really nice to me behind closed doors. Let me tell you one thing. I invited this person for my podcast. They left me on red and they thought I was being nice to him to a point. I was being nice to him. This person has hundreds of thousands of TikTok people, and I kept getting questions like, what's their secret course thing, right? What's their secret course method? And I said, hey, would you want to go to my podcast? Because I wanted to ask the person what the $0 thing was for them. And they basically said no. And so I said, fine, I'll go figure out myself. The people kept talking smack about me.
Yeah.
And I basically, guess what? He said no. And that was like 3 months ago. So everyone's like, I'm being nice to this guy. And then guys, I invited him on to ask exactly what his special sauce was. I asked him, actually DM'd him what the sauce was. And I won't get into that because I won't screenshot that DM because I'm not that guy. But he basically said, oh, I can't tell you. And unfortunately, I would hate for anyone to reveal someone's secret sauce, especially since you had an entire course you made.
Yeah.
What year was it
out there?
But what year was that?
A long time ago.
But no, what year though?
Like 2011.
So you're saying in 2011 that you made a course on garage sales did it include Facebook groups? Or if you revitalized it, it would be Facebook groups, right? Just asking people in Facebook groups and garage sales. That's your secret method that you don't want anyone to know about.
On it, but that wasn't really. They didn't have Facebook Marketplace back then.
But you wouldn't want anyone to know that, like if you had that secret. So I'm just,
guys,
I try to be nice.
Anyone who wants you to sign an NDA,
I was never going to. I was never.
I mean, my God, are you serious? An NDA, a non-disclosure agreement for a basic marketing course? Dude, he told me about this. I don't even know the guy. I don't follow him. And I'm sure
it's not him, but I'm saying I would never reveal your $12,000 secret
NDA.
Unless you screenshotted and you try to make me look bad. Now I have to go out here and talk about, if someone's trying to rip off your garage sale Facebook group, secret sauce. Guess what? I'm about to get this person's about to try to.
I've been ripped off on every marketing thing I've ever done. It's like, and a good friend of mine told me once, he goes, Rick, it's a form of flattery. I go, well, I just don't want to be flattered my entire life, especially like by people like this. Guys, signing an NDA that's like strong arm tactics. And let me tell you, when you do that, you're going to draw unwanted attention. Number two, I also heard from somebody on one of our streams that they were going to hire a guru and they had to send the coaching fee first, then sign the agreement. Guys, don't ever do that, because now you're giving up your power, and then you're going to agree to a one-sided contract. We always talk about, I hear people talking about this business, we need to have more fair, equitable contracts. Well, dude, gurus, your contracts are so one-sided, it's not even funny. And I'm just telling you, do not send your money and then sign the agreement. You should be able to review the agreement in its entirety before you send one nickel. And honestly, if they don't give you 24, 48 hours, heck, if it takes you a month, who cares? Like, honestly, for the student to be successful, the coach has to be successful. You have to agree. It cannot be one-sided. And for that reason alone, I'm just telling you, an NDA agreement for a secret zero marketing strategy. But apparently somebody's got to be buying in this, because, dude, I could reverse engineer that without even finding the guy's stuff, because there's only so many ways to do it. So
I will go. I'll reveal this too, since people like revealing screenshots. I'd like to reveal a screenshot. I'd like to reveal a screenshot, since someone wants to do this, and then we'll get in the future of it. I'd like to reveal a screenshot, and this is because I don't want to violate anyone's NDA. That'd be terrible.
What are we looking at here?
I'm sorry. So someone sent me this. Ready? I asked them, hey, what's the blank TikTok course? They said, yep. It's all it is you go to yard sale and garage sale Facebook groups, work the algorithm by liking, sharing, and commenting on posts so you don't look like spam, and then posting in the discussion page. Anyone looking to sell or know of someone who is the type of who is type of post, so people call you back. That is inbound lead. So I'm just letting you know, if you want to, if you want to get into it, Shane W knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's a screenshot. If someone wants to reveal screenshots, I'll start revealing screenshots of people who don't like it. So
Well, maybe we should just throw the course into
hey, maybe I'll make my
wholesaling course.
I might. So
guys,
that's the meat and potatoes.
I can even show you the domain and when I had it, like all these strategies. Dude, I did that a long time ago.
So yeah, someone's gonna be mad. I just revealed their strategy. It was a secret forever. I just gave it out here.
Did we sign an NDA?
No. But what I'm telling you is right now,
I would never.
I literally
sign an
just
NDA.
revealed that secret. Nobody really knew about until we came. So let's get into this some more.
That's fun.
So I like revealing guru secrets. I really like it.
Okay.
So number one here, let's go. They're probably about to message me crying with their attorney. I don't really care. You've literally taught that before these people even got it. So let's talk about future of wholesaling, 2023, the 2022. What's the future looking like? We got interest rates coming in. We got crazy stuff going around the world. We are in crazy times right now.
Yeah. So we're talking more specifically about like the real estate market because wholesaling is a niche within it. So listen, guys, this has been a rocket ride since 2011. Okay, I've been this 2002, and honestly, in 2015, 16, I thought the wheels would eventually come off of the bus, and they didn't. And then you guys know what happened when that certain thing came around. I thought the opposite was going to happen, and the market went up. And now we got supply chain issues. So right now, our biggest problem in real estate is inflation. End of story. So honestly, to try to counteract inflation, the Federal Reserve raises interest rates to calm the economy down because if prices keep rising, it gets worse. The problem is our federal government has created this problem by printing money like it's coming off trees. And the more money it's in circulation, the more money people have, and that's how stuff gets bidded up. The problem is how they measure inflation. It's a manipulated because they cut out, I believe, energy, and I'm not sure if they cut out fuel, but somebody can correct me on this. So they have a problem right now because interest rates are low and they want to curtail it. But the Federal Reserve is supposed to act independently on their own. So they're predicting 4 rate hikes by 25%. Basically, they want to raise rates by at least 1% on it. And everything I'm seeing, guys, inflation looks like it's going to be worse than ever predicted. So right now, interest rates have gone up. I believe interest rates on mortgages around 4% when it all washes. So remember, they take the prime rate and the banks add their premium onto it. So what we're seeing, at least in our local economy, is people are running to get mortgages and they're snapping up inventory faster than ever. Our inventory levels in Florida and the Southeast are lower than they've ever been. And we have people just bidding up properties. Now, people are running and creating an artificial demand in real estate that's not going to be sustainable because they want to get in before interest rates hit 5, 5.25. Once interest rates hit 5 and 5.25, you're probably going to see inventory start to rise. When the inventory rises, which is statistically measured by real estate associations, right now in like Florida, we're around 2.5, 3 months of inventory. To have a neutral market, you need to be in around 7 to 9 months. And then anything over that is a seller's market. So between now and the beginning of summer, dude, it's status quo. It's on. Flip properties as fast as you humanly possibly can. And understand you're going to have to work for motivated sellers and buyers will be easy. At some point, this is going to shift. If inflation continues to rage, and you guys know we have a conflict going on in the world, it's just going to put more pressure on fuel prices. You guys know fuel prices racks up everything because everything has to be distributed. So if they raise interest rates past the 4 times they're going to raise it, which I think they are, that means people can afford less of a home. And as prices have gotten like ridiculous, this is going to affect how we sell houses, guys, because if people can't afford them, inventory is going to go up and then you're going to start seeing a seller's market. And then that's when, in my opinion, wholesaling gets so fun. Like there's so many opportunities, creative financing. So all the people who have been doing creative financing the last 2 years, the real opportunity is coming, in my opinion, because creative opportunity, you have to have houses that people just can't sell. The reality is people can sell houses, even crappy ones, even one with high mortgages, because even creative financings are bidding each other up. And I'm telling you, I only like to do creative financing on positive cash flow. So I think by summer, definitely fall, you're going to see inventories creep up. And then after that, I think by Q1 in 2023, all bets are off. I think houses are going to become unaffordable. I think we're going to have challenges. And the only thing we got going for is midterms, which usually the last 2 years of a sitting president is considered like a lame duck. They can't get anything done. But guys, I think the party for this rocket shooting up is coming to an end. I don't know when it is. Don't hang your hat on me. But I think by Q3, Q4, you're going to see some of the stuff wash out. And guys, understanding real estate, it's not like the stock market. It doesn't happen overnight. It is always over 12 to 18 months. So the stuff you're seeing happening now, 12 to 18 months, look at what happens to the real estate. And when the market starts going downwards, it usually lasts a long, long time. But I don't have a crystal ball with it. I think by Q1 in 2023, we're going to see a lot of changes, a lot more inventory, and the sky's going to open up because I believe interest rates are going to be set to a high bar where people cannot afford the same house they can right now.
I agree. So what I'm telling you right now is what we say could be right or could be wrong. It could be, don't you agree whatever we say could be completely wrong?
Yes, I don't have a crystal ball.
But
I'm just taking the information I have now. People who make predictions, like it's easy to say, hey, we're at the top. Eventually the market's got to change.
But you got to look at this. It's not like wholesaling is going to have this one day where it's like, okay, it's crashing right now. Here's the cool part. We can look at inventory. Once inventory goes up more and more with interest rates going up, we can correlate it more and more and actually get a better prediction for you guys. The thing is, as of right now, interest rates haven't gone up. So we can't, so inventory.
They've gone up slightly.
They've gone up slightly, but not enough where inventory is just going to shoot. So we can't really see that correlation yet. We'll guys, every single week, we'll give you, information
I think
you need.
March 10th, March 10th or 15th, is the
We'll
first
see.
scheduled one.
We'll see.
And you're going to watch how the market reacts to it.
I don't even know this market. We sold the house for $40K over the asking price.
Price. On
so
MLS.
I could be completely wrong. What I'm telling you is that's what we're thinking. Could be wrong. We could. But I'm telling you right now.
And guys, I want you to understand, being in wholesaling, it doesn't matter if the market's smoking or it's dead. The way we position ourselves in this business is we liquidate properties quick. So we're not in the long-term buy and hold. If you pick one out, then you move it into another asset class. But in wholesaling, we are moving with the market. So if it's shooting up, we're paying more. If it's shooting down, we're paying less. Here's the one caveat that most people won't tell you. I tell you, it takes 12 to 18 months to really get a trend in real estate. So what's happening now, you won't know for a year and a half what the final effect is. Okay. I got a feeling where it's going to be. The problem is sellers have the same sentiment. I'm going to tell you, sellers take 12 to 36 months to gravitate that the market's bad. So from 2007 to 2011, every headline you heard was, oh, the real estate market is terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. The media actually influences how sellers feel the value of their houses. And until they start getting pounding with that negative news, it's going to take time to get like those smoking low deals. But like, guys, I want you to understand in wholesaling, it doesn't matter. I like moving markets because it creates opportunity. Whenever a market goes up or down, people make decisions to buy and sell real estate. And that's what you want. Movement creates emotion. Emotion creates decisions. People sell properties. And that's how life works. So the market's up or down, it doesn't matter in wholesaling. Don't let anybody, if you're a traditional real estate agent, it's the same thing. They like the market. When the market's going down, what does everybody want to do? Sell, please. Janet, help me sell my house as fast as humanly possible. Or the market's going up. Janet, please get me a house. We're running out of them. So we do have a correlation with real estate agents on that. Yeah. It's just, I'm telling you, it's like the mental shift on your marketing. It takes time to get through them. So this is where your follow-up is going to be absolutely crucial in wholesaling. Guys, I'm telling you, you're going to have a ridiculous deep follow-up. And if you can wait that 12 to 18 months out, it doesn't mean you don't do a deal, but I'm telling you, after that 12 months, it will unload on you like more than you've ever seen before. But you're going to have to focus on your cash buyers a whole lot more. You're going to have to really up your game. And those are the reasons I see happening with the wholesaling market. specifically with the real estate market. And we need more balance here, guys. This is unsustainable what's going on right now. I love a healthy market of buyers and sellers because there's a ton of opportunity. When it flips to one extreme to the other, there's a purpose. Now, I talked about this. Well, I don't even know if I released it. There's a difference between a market crash and a market correction. Okay. I don't believe we're going to have a market crash. We're definitely going to have a market correction. What's a market correction? 10 to 15%. It's not that big of a deal, guys. So when you see a 10 to 50% adjustment, the media will start screaming crash. Okay. That's going to be helpful to us because it will help people mentally devalue their property. But most people are programmed by the media coverage, and it takes time to get it out. So I think we're going to see a correction. A crash is going to be hard with the inflationary pressures. Everything's costing more. I don't see prices going way backwards. We need supply, guys. When we have a lot of supply, there's a ton of opportunity, and that's where creative financing becomes a lot of fun because you can actually make a ton of money on it on day one on those creative financing opportunities. We don't want creative financing. You should never have to chase a creative financing deal. You want 3 or 4 so you can constantly work on them and find the best one for your portfolio.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we'll teach about creative financing more and more this year, obviously, like we do. But this is Wholesaling State of the Union. There's plenty of options. I'm really not too worried.
You're not going to rip the speech up when I'm done here?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no,
guys, set your DVRs or just watch like 3 minutes of the news because the regular State of the Union is.
Yeah, Shane thought it was
I
funny.
got no comment on that one.
Sorry, Shane. Yeah, if someone commented that we should stop bashing about gurus, I'm like, delete the comment. Like I'm telling you right now,
I'm not bashing.
People think it's old that we talk bad about gurus. Go pay $15,000 for a course, then see what happens. Because guess what? I tell you that here's the problem. When we do it live, we don't filter out what's in our heart and what we actually want to give value to you guys. If you want that, go pay a guru, and they will give you, wow, you're doing so great.
Yeah.
Good job. Guys, you could tell something's fake. I hate the fakeness. I can only give you what's real. So I'm telling you, you guys might be mad that I'm telling you what I actually feel in my heart. I'm just going to give to you exactly who we are. I'm not changing myself just to appease one person on here. I'm sorry. We're
That's
not.
it. Dude, you got the power. You can just move your time and
I don't have a TV network telling me what
get on and just go on a guru's thing and figure it out. Guys, we're talking specifically about wholesaling, and we give it away for free. We believe everybody should learn it. There's no more secrets. If you don't agree with it, go elsewhere, go pay for it. I don't care. I'm not talking outside of wholesaling because it's what I do best, and it's what I love, and it's what's got me to the level I am today. So I never plan on retiring from wholesaling. I absolutely love it. Can you expand on wholesaling? Absolutely. You want to hire someone to expand your business into a team? That's another conversation. I don't teach that. And if you want to go out and find it, but don't do it till you clear your first 6 figures. I'm just telling you, to scale your business and you haven't done deal 1 yet. Think about the logic on that, right?
No, I agree.
That's absolutely insane. And I see it. You got to have systems and acquisitions. No, you don't. You just need to learn wholesaling. You need to get up and go in and dive in and figure it out. And once you do that, you're going to be so much more effective when you do that. And the problem with the whole guru industry is it's all about catering to the marketing to solve your problems, to make you feel better. I'm telling you the reality after you pay and what you get. And if anybody wants to comment that's paid on it, like some of them are good, but for the most part, the day you pay, your problems are just beginning. You're going to have to pay attention. And this whole, well, Rick and Zach, you're never going to be successful because nobody has skin in your game. Tell Corey, tell the countless people we've told that before.
Oh, people are they're almost on 2 hours watching us, right? So like they got plenty of skim in the game. So this brings us back to the last thing here. You know, it's like we talk about the future, but like real estate market going forward, real estate wholesaling going forward, what kind of marketing? SMS is getting more set. I've found SMS, it's not getting better. It's getting worse. I'm not telling you, oh, SMS is the worst thing ever. Skip it. Like
We
trash
still do it.
We still do it. I'll be completely honest with you. It's probably getting worse than it was last year.
Well, do you know why this is, guys?
It's
because
saturation.
a certain industry coaches pushed this as their main channel and did these ridiculous seminars, and then everybody dove into it. And listen, it was going to expire eventually anyways, but it's gotten so much pressure. In my opinion, it's expiring, like it's going to expire 5 to 10 years earlier than it's due because they push it so hard. And the reality is it's extremely effective. It's great. But when everybody does it, and we keep pounding the same customers, it's like having that same fishing hole and everybody keeps showing up to it. Eventually, the fish are going to fight back or there's going to be no fish left. And that's any type of disruptive marketing. Let's just be honest here. It's going to be at risk. Do you agree?
To a point. Here's the problem. Like SMS going down. Now, cold calling, of course, it's going down from last year to a point where it's more saturated. But here's the thing. Probates, like nobody's doing probates and still it's not bad. Like, so what I'm saying is shifting SMS, I'd probably shift more like if you're brand new or doing bigger, it might be a problem. Some people still works. Cold calling still great. Drawing for dollars, cold calling is the best. SMS or drawing for dollars list, you're fine. Probate list, government lists are the best. I'm telling you right now, you just got to do marketing the way you like. Direct mail is great. So at the end of the day, guys, like that's the marketing that's going on. You just got to go find motivated deals and lists that no one else is doing, and you're going to do very well.
And you guys doing direct mail, I'm just going to give you like one simple tip. And I didn't do this in day one, but like I've been doing it 10 years plus. Make sure somebody's answering those phones live. You're spending a lot of money. Do not let it go to a voicemail. You are going to lose. If you're in my market and you have a voice recording, we're going to crush you. Like,
well, go through mailingmaster.com.
I know. I'm just telling you guys, do not like. So that's an instance of how we did business 20 years ago. I used to let everybody go to voicemail, and I would wait 7 to 10 days to call them back in the order of their motivation.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward to today. That phone rings. Someone's always answering it in our company. End of story. We need real people answering it. It fits my mantra. We're authentic. We're real. And that's why I do so good on deals. So direct mail is not, it's always going to be here, guys. Is it cheap? No, but it's legal. And you cannot get a civil or a criminal violation unless you put something so outrageous on the card that it breaks like an FTC marketing law.
I agree. So Mark says, I've never paid for a course for wholesaling, but I've literally read every book, listened to other pods, and no one comes close to us. I really appreciate it. I'm just saying, Simone, someone else, Jacob Ryan said, guys, please don't mention a guru's name and then the price of their course, because here's the problem. You know, those gurus, they work so hard trying to hide the price from you.
Guys,
why would you don't?
Why do they hide the price so?
Guys,
why is it such a secret?
Don't reveal the price of a guru's mentorship because they try so hard to hide it from you, make it a secret.
Why? Can I ask, like, of a guru? This is like a God honest question. Why do you guys and gals hide the price so much?
I have the answer.
Be proud of it.
You already know the answer because they don't want you to know their course is $5,000 to learn cold calling. Here's the thing, because most people, if you know their course is $5,000, you're thinking rationally. Why would it pay $5,000 when Zach does it for? But here's the thing. Guess what? You get on a discovery call.
After is that what it's called,
discovery call,
like Discovery Channel call, or
here's the thing. What they do is they pump you with emotions, right? Get you all emotional about how I can change your life. You can finally feed grandma. Like they get bad in there. I'm telling you right now, they get bad. Get you emotional, like, oh, I can change my life. And then they're like, I'm ready to do it. They're like $5,000, and they're like they get you emotional, and then they hit you with it. That's why they do it. The thing, because if you thought about it though for a second, you're like, wait, why would it be $5,000 on cold calling? Guys, it's all a sales pitch. I'm just telling you right now. That's 5,000 that's good. Like that's like a good price.
Why not just put your
15K, 20K
your course programs up there?
I already told you, they're going to make less money.
You could do all the testimonials and let people make a decision with it. Why does somebody have to talk them into it? Because the reality is, if you got to pay a guy 20, 25% to talk them into it, I guess they do enough numbers like people do it. I don't get that rationality. You're in a world of transparency. People are sick and tired of having stuff like this whole, let's have a discovery call. That's what it's called.
It's ridiculous. So
what are they running episodes of Gold Rush on it on the Discovery Channel? They're digging gold. That's for sure.
I know. So what I'm telling you right now is it's interesting. So John says, I hope you're seeing my comment. Thank you for your dad providing us all for free. He's getting his first check. That's awesome. I love it. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, this is not a wholesaling State of the Union for politics. We're not getting politics on here. Everyone asks what political party I am. I'm telling you right now, I am in the wholesaling real estate party.
Wholesaling political party,
So,
guys. It's
I got some interesting questions here. Let's go. Let's kind of go through some of them, guys. This is obviously live. Zach, how many rentals do you have? Nice try, IRS. It's enough. I'll just say it's a good amount passive income that I don't have to work ever again.
yeah. I'm not even going to go there.
I'm not going to go into it because we go great lengths to hide the assets we have for many reasons. But I'm telling you, we create wealth and we make sure that wealth stays. And that's all I could say on that end. Yeah, these gurus are crying today. I revealed one guru's secret that no one's allowed to talk about. I work as a loan officer. Rates are 3.8 to 4.25 right now. You're right, Rick. They try to pressure you, even though they hit you with a Facebook Messenger 48 hours. They call you 4 to 5 times a day. It's ridiculous.
Well, they figured out the follow-up technique. I don't know, man. I just think someone needs to come out and just say, hey, let's just be more transparent. Listen, I've said enough on it. I think so. We're talking about the future. You're going to see really, really violent changes in real estate. I'm talking over the next 10 years with the way technology is going, about how we're going to transaction, talk about more convenience, why coaching should be the exact same thing. And honestly, I love wholesaling. This is the way I give back. This is how I give back to the community. So I do charities. I do everything else. I just talked to you guys about wholesaling. And today we're sharing what we feel about wholesaling, all the different parts of it and where it's going. We're talking about like radical change. Yeah, me and Zach do it differently.
I'm gonna say a couple of things though. This is a cute one. I'll go answer this one. Let me see if I can find it. I got to ask, I would love to see a respectful roundtable debate between the Ginns and a few holders. Here's the thing. I've done 2 of them. One of them I did where it was a respectful conversation. I try to get owned of why free education's terrible. And they were trying to convince me to stop giving things for free and why it's not the best for things. So that was number 1, respectful. I got only invited to try to get owned. Number 2 is the other one was a Ric Flair cage match. And let's say Macho Man came out and the cream of the crop rised and somebody cried and I didn't cry. So what I'm telling you is right now, I don't want to make these gurus cry anymore.
What's the point of the debate? The problem is we're transparent and free and we just do it differently. That's all right. I'm not here to debate other people. If you feel so strongly, you got to start looking at, okay, what's the outcome for them? It looks like it's threatening their business model. And for that reason, they're going to fight. I would too. I'm going to be honest with you. If you were threatening my business model, like if I'm producing a product and this guy says, I'm going to do it for free because I got time, I got money, I know how to do it. You can wait him out. Guys, you can wait us out. I ain't going anywhere.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, okay, how do we beat Zach? How do we beat Rick? Oh, shoot. Zach's 22. Oh, no, I'm way older than him. Here's the thing. He's going to run out.
I'm old.
You're not, no, but like, it's like, okay, look at Rick, he's, he has to start selling things because things cost money. Like he wants a studio to help the people out. We're going to buy a studio and say they have a bad studio. Well, YouTube ad money, and then we just buy a studio. But here's the thing. It's like, they're waiting for us to like give up and finally sell a course. It's hilarious.
It's not, guys. I'm telling you, it's not.
It's
not happening. Everyone's, they're going to fold. They're going to cave. They're going to crash you over the head.
We make more money now from the JV deals, like than before. Like the amount of people coming to us in our local market sending us deals, and we can go to any cash buyer now, guys. It's a lot harder now, and we make enough money. Here's the thing, though.
You know what I want to do? I would love to go to one of those like guru conferences.
Why would you spend $5,000 to go?
It's not even about the money. I just want to like. It's just like
it's not worth $5,000 to go own a guru.
It's not about the money. I don't want to own it. I just want to hear what's like going on. Like I just don't understand. I saw a roundtable of people talking about. We're talking with like YouTube experts in the wholesaling industry. I was just like, you've got to be. Does anybody do a credential check on it? Like it's so easy to do. If somebody says they're an expert, go research and see if they're the expert. Debate. And here's the other thing is, like so many people, like I remember sitting around like before I did YouTube, because guys, I stayed away. I just wasn't my forte. So when I did it with Zach, I used to look at like, well, this guy, why does this guy have 100 videos and this guy has 500 videos? I'm like, how are we ever going to get that many videos? How long have we been doing this, Zach?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
No, 2.5.
This year, we're going to exceed any other wholesalers video count, content that is. And I'm talking about guys been doing this 10, 15 years, guys and gals. And we did it in less than 2 years. Like, I remember sitting around, people go, it's so hard to do the videos. You got to get them edited. You got to do the thumbnail. And Zach kind of figured out, I go, listen, let's get the information as raw as we can to the people. And that's been part of our success. We don't sit around and wait for everything to be perfect, because in wholesaling, you learn you have to take a lot of massive action and not be perfect about it. And I find the opposite happens in the guru information. Everything has to be perfect, and it's slow, and it's timely released. And that's why we love to do lives. It's really the best way to interact.
I had one guru. I remember they mentioned it's a $6,000 Facebook course for bots in there. He told me he was going to end me because he was so connected in this industry that they were just going to crush me because, they'd never let me go on their podcast. I'm like, how do you think? Do you think I have to go on people's podcasts for people to follow me? It's like it's funny, but Tony says, "What kind of car do you drive, Zach?" It has 4 wheels. I drive a truck. It's a regular truck. I don't care.
Ask me what I drive. You're not going to be any more impressed, guys. I don't spend my money on stuff that doesn't serve me. And you guys got to understand, you got to buy assets. You got to stop buying liabilities. For you to get where you want to go, you're going to have to give up what you have now. And that's a painful statement. I didn't come up with it, but I'm telling you, it's so true. What you think is successful now, you have no idea. And I'm telling you, you just have to take a leap of faith, but you got to stop trying to keep it like the type of car you drive. Honestly, I met someone that all he does is take Ubers. He doesn't even want to own a car. Doesn't want to deal with it. Never wants to drive a car. That's cool, man. Like, that's it, guys. Owning a car, it's a depreciating asset, and you're going to lose your butt in the long run on it. And if you're buying a $70,000, $80,000 car and you're running around and go, I own a Tesla. What if you took that 70 grand and bought the Tesla stock 5 years ago? Would you be better off?
That's the thing.
You'd own about 15 or 20 Teslas now. But are you willing to make that sacrifice to do it? Stop looking at people's cars, the planes they fly on, the boats they drive. It doesn't matter in wholesaling. And the sooner you guys can realize that, the more you'll understand. The wealthiest people I've met in my life are very quiet, meaning they don't flash. The flashier someone is, usually you're going to have issues.
You're trying to impress people. At the end of the day, the richest people in the world, you look at Warren Buffett, he's driving a Cadillac.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, see, I'm not trying to impress you about anything. I just want to give you the information. The information works. It's fine. I'm telling you right now, I don't care about your fancy car or whatever.
Cars are ridiculous, guys. Anybody who brags on the type of car they drive.
Actually, no, I'll brag a little about it. I'm going to say this really quick, though. I can't tow a boat with a Ferrari. So you ask us why we have trucks. I can't tow a boat with a Ferrari.
I'm a truck guy.
So that makes me a terrible wholesaler because I drive a truck. Guys, I like boats. Deal with it. Boats and wholesalers.
Don't
boats and wholesalers.
You almost got in trouble.
No, I did not say that. I knew what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you right now is,
guys, boats are, I mean, cars. What's the point? Like showing off a $150,000 car. What does that prove? Proves you made a bad decision and you're going to now sell it for $100,000. Like, what's the point? Does the car serve a purpose or not? Honestly, if it genuinely makes you happy and that's go for it. I'm not here to tell you what to buy. But please don't use it in your core sales, because the type of car you drive does not dictate what quality of a course you're going to do.
Yeah.
And I think TikTok's probably the most guilty of this. And by the way, people who flash wads of cash, that's not reality of real estate. Real estate does not operate in cash. It's all wires and checks. Like, you got to go liquidate something to get a pile of cash. What's the point, right?
No, I agree. So at the end of the day, guys, for wholesaling real estate, the future's bright. The thing is, if you put the effort in, you'll do fine. Unfortunately, I'll say this. If me putting all my effort in 2017 would probably net me, $2 million. Now it'll probably net me even more, because the thing is, you also forget, it's like, wholesaling's worse than it was. There's more systems now for wholesaling. So for scaling up, it's actually easier than it was in the past. So guys, at the end of the day, the only thing that's different for wholesaling is how much effort you're going to put in. Maybe you have to put an extra hour a week of work because the market's crazy or something. If you care about your sellers and you try to help them out, I promise you, you will close more deals and you will make more money.
Guys, I don't need you to be Rick. I don't need you to be Zach. It's actually the last thing we want you to be.
No.
Okay. We need you to be you. God gave you a special gift and a talent. You need to find out what it is. If you don't know what it is, ask your loved ones. They will tell you exactly what it is, and use it and go help people. You decide how much. Listen, money isn't everything. Money solves a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong, but I want to get you freedom, because if you chase money in wholesaling, you're going to get killed. If you want to chase freedom, you will do amazing things in life. Wholesaling changed my life. It changed my son's. And we have one mission: to spread it to as many people as possible. And if you want to listen to our message, we're willing to help you out. We go above and beyond. We have the best course out there. It's got the most experience, and it's 100% free. So you have no excuses with us. We actually love what we do. We really enjoy it. And we want to take you guys along with this journey. We want to grow the biggest, baddest community in wholesaling, and it's up to you guys to help us spread the word. Give us the likes, hit the subscribe. What else you want to close with?
That's it.
Yeah.
Guys,
Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.